All right, I have some bad news to share with you. You're probably getting scammed if you're sending your children out to the club and tennis clinics and they have these little circles and the tennis coaches are hand tossing balls to them. And here's why. Tennis is an open skill sport, meaning the ball is moving and you have to adjust to the ball. This is how we teach golf. We have little circles and we teach them prescriptively how to swing just like golf, okay? We can't do that in tennis. So the typical tennis lesson is we start in this ready position, then we turn, drop, swing, and catch. A very prescriptive approach. The problem, there's several problems with that. One is the ball is not always in the same place. We have to move to the ball, and that's why we shouldn't teach tennis this way. This is how we teach golf, because golf, the ball is static. We just walk up, position ourselves, and we do use a prescriptive swing in golf because we want to repeat that over and over and over and over. But in tennis, we have to adapt. We have to adapt to a ball that's rising off the bounce. We have to adapt to a ball that's dropping, and those swings and the racket angle and all these things are very differently. And the longer we wait to teach kids that, then the more challenging it is, because they think tennis is this, a prescriptive approach, and it's not. So what we need to do is focus in on a more dynamic approach and start doing more live ball play right out of the gate. That way kids get used to moving and hitting and coordinating their feet, because in any of those shots I never did this, okay? So what happens is we ingrain this approach with the kids, and then they think that tennis is basically a closed skill sport, that the ball is always going to be right there on their strings, but they forget that they have to. So there's two basic skills that we need to learn in tennis: the receiving part and the sending part. Unfortunately, when you have these red circles down, you're only learning the sending part. The sending part is the easiest part in tennis. In fact, you don't even need a coach to learn the sending part. You literally can go to a wall and just learn how to strike a tennis ball. And it shouldn't be prescriptive, because in tennis we need to lob, we need to hit flat, and we need to hit with spin, and then we need to slice, okay? This is neither. You know, that stroke is hardly ever used in tennis. The reason is the ball is very rarely on a tee like that. So what we have to focus more on is the receiving part. Reading and reacting to the incoming ball, organizing the feet, preparing, creating spatial distance, and then the sending part is what's important, right? Like literally, I could just lob if I move my feet and coordinate my body, right? Swings look like the circle swing, right? Because in an open skill sport, you're moving and you're hitting, and it's much more important, the receiving part, than the sending part. So we need to really focus more on the receiving skill for teaching kids tennis versus just the sending part.